Welcome back to Behind the Headlines. Well, like the U.S. Supreme Court, the Senate, Congress, and the Missouri legislature, the Springfield School Board has a track record of split votes. And with new members now on board, they've been working toward building unity for Missouri's largest school district. Joe Hadsell with the Springfield Daily Citizen covers education and joins us now. Welcome back, Joe.
Hello there.
First, they called in a consultant from the Missouri School Board Association to talk about leadership and unity. What was the takeaway on that?
Well, this was kind of a regular occurrence.
Okay.
The board often calls in the Missouri School Boards Association for guidance, for training, and they had done a self-evaluation in February. So the April meeting was an extension of that.
Okay.
So in February, they identified micromanagement and a debate about collective or individual authority in February. Then there's an election where one new person joins and doesn't really alter the potential landscape of the board. But on April 30th, they received some more training, specifically some clarification about it is a collective authority that they vote with. And they walked through some examples of micromanagement, and it kind of got to the heart of what we've seen the board do over the last few years. And to clarify, as they seek unity, unity does not always mean a 7-0 vote. That was certainly the context whenever Catherine Whitaker from MSBA talked to the board on April 30th. She noted that the board said the word unity 22 times in the course of that meeting.
All right.
However, they were talking specifically about electing a leader. There was a contingency that would like to have had elected its new president with a 7-0 vote. That didn't happen. We instead got 2 4-3 votes, 2 more split votes. So unity refers to how they talk to each other and how they get business done. I anticipate there will still be split votes because board members generally value their vote, and they believe in voting their conscience and being able to look their voters in the face and saying what they did.
So we are well past the campaigning and the election, and now they are there, and then there's this reality that only one vote per person.
Correct.
And so that's one of the things I guess they're working through, or at least the new kids are?
What they're more working on is giving direction to the superintendent.
Okay.
Whenever they have questions about certain things, they want to be able to get information. However, the board has only technically one employee, and that's Superintendent Lathan. She would be the one to say what reports need to be pulled up. So when board members ask for all sorts of reports from all different kinds of things, it tends to add to the workload. What this will do is this will help get some focus and direction. And this is what they got training on April 30th. You know, they had examples about how you can stay in your lane, and examples of behavior that gets outside of your lane as a board member, noting that Missouri law is quite clear on what the duties of an individual of the board are and what the duties of the entire board are. Pretty clear that it's a collective authority.
So are those some of the things that they think they can do during the upcoming school year to improve on, you know, the big theme of unity and also getting business done?
Absolutely. There was
no trash talking on talk radio.
Well, that may still happen. There was an interesting moment at the end of the April 30th meeting where every board member talked about what they could do to improve how meetings go, and every one of them was fairly introspective. Kelly Byrne, for instance, he talked about how he would like to reach out to other board members that he didn't necessarily contact much, and have coffees with them, kind of talk to them. And he specifically reached out to President Danielle Kincaid, with whom he sparred over the last couple of years. So he wants to reach out, see if they can get some of those one-on-one sessions and kind of, you know, reduce uncertainty about each other. Steve McCoskey said that he wanted to review his see if he was helping. Sharita Thomas Tate said that she wanted to stop belaboring disagreements. She would state her point of view once and then just move on. Judy Bruner, she apologized specifically for one thing and promised to get better at it. There was a moment where the agenda had changed for that April 30th meeting, and she didn't inform board members of that. She felt like that could have derailed an important meeting at that, so she apologized for that. Every board member had something that they said that they were going to do. Maria Mohammed-Khani's was a little interesting to me, and this is just my impression. Hers was more about introducing a new process so that board members could have retreat-style discussions without encompassing an entire agenda or having staff get direction. It was something about setting up a new process, not really something about, well, this is what I can do to ease things. So will that help? We'll see what happens over the next few months, I guess.
Did you get a sense of where the board is going as far as collaboration with teachers or the MSTA, the teachers union, for the sake of students and in this era of teachers not sticking around very long after they've tried it out for a while?
That is certainly a pressing issue to the board. It did not come up as part of their own self-evaluation, which focused on these, but it's going to be one of the issues that they need to be working together on. There are, the district is always working to recruit and retain teachers, and they have a lot of competition around the area. While last year, they brought their salaries up so that they're one of the highest paid in this area. They're on par with Joplin, which is you have to be for the largest public school district in Missouri, and with so many students that need teachers. But the budget will be up for discussion here in next month. It's coming up, and then after that, the district will talk about a technology plan similar to its strategic plan. There's bound to be work on behavior and discipline as the district wraps up its first year of the transition that we have talked about here before. And then this will be the first year that school districts in Missouri are scored for accreditation underneath a new cycle of the Missouri School Improvement Program. There's a lot on their plate, and they are going to have to work together.
You alluded to the strategic plan. Where are they, or where do you think they'll be focusing on setting and monitoring, measurable outcomes in the classroom? So does that go with that accreditation checklist now?
Absolutely.
That they're going to be under the microscope for?
We've talked about split votes. Whenever the district approved this strategic plan about 2 years ago, there was no split vote. It was unanimous. The strategic plan is the ultimate weather vane for the district. It guides what they do. They stick to it. They evaluate everything they want to do based on it. So it comes up in every meeting. It comes up in every discussion. So the board members will be keenly aware of that. They are in the midst, I believe this is year 3 of their 5-year plan. So they'll be in the middle of it. They'll be monitoring success benchmarks and making sure that they are still progressing forward. If there's any disagreements on the board, the strategic plan will help resolve them.
We will leave it there for now. I think there'll be more to come and more visits with you as there are more meetings. We've been talking with Joe Hadsell with the Springfield Daily Citizen on education. You can see Joe's reports online and on social media, as well as this on KY3.com, also on Roku, Apple Plus, and Fire Stick, and as well as social media with KY3 and our news app. Joe, thanks very much.
Steve, thank you. Always a pleasure.
Yes, come back anytime. We're always here.
Hey, good.